Well, I guess it's true what they say. Time really does fly when you're having fun. We have arrived at chapter 24 in our CCNA Hands-on Mastery with Packet Tracer textbook. And this is the chapter on wireless LAN security. And that is the last chapter with chapter review labs that we've been going through. By the way, that isn't the end of this textbook. You will find an appendix that has all your other non-hands-on CCNA topics covered, as well as an appendix that is a couple of full practice exams. So lots of other valuable components in the textbook, but let's turn our attention to the last of the chapter review labs. As I said, we are going to be working with wireless LAN security. And look at this, we have to go to a wireless LAN controller and configure a wireless LAN with very specific settings, including, of course, the security settings. So let's go to the config of our wireless LAN controller. This should be pretty darn easy. And one of the things that you would watch out for if you were ever asked to do something like this in an exam would be making sure you don't make some kind of careless typographical error. Yeah, that would be bad. So notice nothing set up on this device. It's up to us. We're going to go and we are going to give the wireless LAN a name. And it's going to be P Tracer 1. And again, watch out for typos here. The grading engine of Cisco for their exam would be grading for case sensitivity, of course, so we want to make sure we do everything exactly as specified. So the ptracer1 name is the name as it will be known as an object inside this wireless LAN controller, but notice now we have the SSID. So this is what clients could potentially see if we are broadcasting this SSID throughout our network. So CCNA wireless. I'm just double checking that I got that correct. Now, what VLAN are we associating with this SSID? And that is VLAN number 200. We are going to take advantage of WPA2 with a pre-shared key approach for security. And the pre-shared key passphrase that we are going to use is none other than Cisco 123 bang or exclamation point. And then what is the encryption type that is going to be utilized? This is actually a frequent testing point on your exam, so pay attention to this. The encryption type that we are going to set here is TKIP. And that's interesting because that's not preferred. So why would we change it from the preferred AES to TKIP? Well, that would be for backward compatibility. So we must be trying to honor some backward compatibility with this security configuration. All right, well, I think that gets it done from a following carefully the instructions perspective, and we can save this configuration on the wireless LAN controller. Notice the only confirmation that we got of a save there was we can now select that wireless LAN we created from that drop-down list. So what else do we need to do? Well, we need to connect PC0 to this new wireless LAN. So I'm going to go to the desktop of this PC and we're going to go to the PC wireless app and I am going to go over to the connect and refresh it because we are broadcasting the SSID and so we should be able to see it inside of the client software. And we will then choose connect. By the way, my apologies on behalf of Cisco for everything being so teeny tiny in this interface. Yeah, they could have done a little better there. But anyways, let's connect to that wireless LAN that we created. And the passphrase is Cisco 123 bang. And my goodness, I hope in the real world it would not display like that for someone to see looking over your shoulder. We'll go ahead and choose Connect, and hopefully if we slide over to the link information tab, we should see that we have successfully connected to the access point. So I can go ahead and close up this PC. We get a little visual indicator in Packet Tracer that we have made that connection. And wow, what a straightforward lab to wrap things up with. Only one thing left to do, and that is check our results. And look at that, we completed this activity correctly. One of the things that I wanted to remind you about when it comes to the labs in this textbook is hopefully you not only look at them as the great testing opportunity and challenging you for hands-on tasks you're going to need to complete in the exam, but also I want you to look at these labs that we created for you and have them prompt ideas for you in creating your own hands-on labs inside of Packet Tracer. It is not difficult to do. You can use just a couple of devices in order to fully test the technology you're working with. So hopefully these labs have given you great ideas on building your own labs and practicing with your own labs, which can really go a long way to enforce your learning. Well, thank you so much for joining me in this series here where we reviewed all of the chapter review labs from my textbook, and I hope to see you soon for more great training.